shimmering, that's basically the warm vent fluid. The water that's coming out of those vents is hotter than the ambient seawater, and so essentially it creates, it mixes in a turbulent fashion with the seawater as it starts to expand and is buoyant, and that's why you're getting all of those shimmers.
Like a mirage on a hot day.
Yeah.
It's glaring.
Very cool. This is a big one.
Yeah. So Jessica,
is that a flag there on the left?
Oh yeah, that's a marker.
Marker.
You're right.
You want me to look
do
at
we
it?
have we have this one marked, I think, as Mbari marker.
We do.
Yeah.
Right.
Nav, when you check that target, does it say which one it is by any chance?
Maybe
Maybe they couldn't read it yesterday.
could not read it yesterday.
Okay. We'll keep going for now.
It looked like a number 2.
Ah, okay. Wow, look at all that blue.
Were we supposed to clean those
Cilia.
off?
Well, let's continue on since we're behind on our dive today, but we do have it marked, and we can
Shake 'em
give it a
off.
shake tomorrow maybe.
A dusting.
Yeah. I think Josh was talking about putting the
Oh, it's on there.
duster on there.
Yeah, we got the duster.
Is the duster the toilet brush of science?
Do we still have ship moves
no,
coming
it
in?
is
No.
Or
not the T-box.
are we almost there?
It's different.
Waiting for you to swing.
It's our cleaner shrimp.
Roger. What's the distance to target?
Target is 25 meters.
25, roger.
Herc bearing at 155.
Wow, I've never seen videos so distorted by
Yeah, it's
fluid flow.
like
It's incredible.
pretty cool.
But you're right. It's almost like they're the
Wow,
the
it's all-
teeth of a comb on the ridge.
It is, yep.
And it's not just down, you know, by the where it's coming out. It's all the way up, close up too.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the lasers are
Like a little
just.
wall.
I hope Herc's not in too much hot water.
Oh, he's fine.
Temperature's fine, actually.
2.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.8.
It really does cool off fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some little tube wormies. Might be getting to the
Those
end of my
mats are
leash
really
here.
Yeah,
pretty.
you're getting a little ahead there. Not bad though. Still moving.
Jess, I was just going to ask you quickly.
Do we need to step in, or is that our last step?
Last step for now. Waiting to see where Argus swings to.
Okay.
Herc to target bearing at 180.
180I.
So Jess, do you notice a big change flying Herc today with that lower weight load?
Yeah, it's great. You know, not a lot of vertical thrust. You can just float. Makes it a little less dicey. Sorry, it makes it a little less dicey when you're going by the chimneys so that you don't batter ram them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can see already how much how much better the video control is for us.
Yeah.
So those hydrothermal vents you guys were seeing on nautiluslive.org, we measured the temperature in a couple of them yesterday, and we were getting temperatures around about 200 degrees Celsius. What makes the vents at this particular sea cliff site interesting is that many of them actually run clear, and what that tells us is that many of you are familiar with so-called black smoker chimney vents, or maybe even white smokers. That smoke is not really smoke. That's the visual impression we get as the minerals carried in the hot water precipitate out of solution as the warm vent
I'm
fluid.
looking at my leash here. Let's see where we at.
It's more shimmer right
Target
above the
bearing at
lasers.
196.
196.
12
Roger.
meters out.
12 meters, aye.
So once that hot water hits the cold seawater, a lot of minerals precipitate out of solution, And so what we think is
So I'm
going
going to go
on,
around to 196 and see if I can acquire the target that they're...
Right there.
Never mind, just kidding.
Just to the, yep.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
12
there.
meters.
Perfect.
oh, wonderful. And so yes, these clear vents tell us that certainly that these vent fluids perhaps carry a much reduced load of dissolved minerals. Answering that question in detail is one of the things we're trying to answer at this particular site with some of the measurements.
So what we're going to do is settle into the area where the colonization chambers are, so that we can do the IGTs and then the supers. So they have requested that we look for the shimmery flow at the base of the colonization chambers,
Okay.
and are looking for that 20 to 40 degrees C temperature range.
Okay, and do you guys want me to set up the way that it was set up yesterday and kind of facing uphill?
I think so, if that's easiest to be steady, because we're going to be here for a while.
Roger.
Get comfortable.
Okay. Pop down a little bit.
Oh, the having the cones, yeah.
Video, you want to come wide, please, on Herc?
Full wide.
Roger. A little down.
So these orange cones are a series of microbial growth experiments that we placed yesterday at this site.
Ask for direction on what they think they want to sample, and then that's going to dictate where you want to try and land and get the arm in a good position.
Okay.
So if you're not sure what
Okay.
you're going to go after, or you could pick something and ask if that's what they want to try and sample.
Okay.
So I don't know if they want to do the ones on the left, or there's other ones looks like down there.
Down below.
I think as long as we're in the right temperature range, Sean, is that your understanding? And then can we use the temperature probe on your IGT to determine exactly where to get the sample?
Yeah, I'll have the temperature running the entire time and be
Perfect.
calling out temperatures to the pilot so that we can get the temperature that we're looking for. Typically with IGT sampling, we're looking for the warmest or hottest temperature we can find in that area because it's the most representative of what's coming out. Cooler temperatures are just mixing with
Mixed.
seawater.
Yeah.
Amy and I were just talking about that.
So when you guys did a temperature reading yesterday, what was the average temperature in this area that you guys are sampling? Just asking because if I set down on something really hot, just want to know.
I think we're fine that way.
We're fine? All right. So do you guys want to look at the upper left? That little vent in the upper left, is that all right for you? No, negative.
Are you asking if we want to sample there?
Yeah, I'm just setting up.
I think we want to sample at the base of the colonization chambers
Roger,
in that
understood.
area and stay away from the focused hotter flow. We're
Yeah.
looking for something like 20 to 40.
Roger. Roger, understood.
Looks like they've sunk down a little
Yeah,
bit.
the number 2 cone is settled in.
I'll give you some downlight.
Roger, that'd be great. Let's have a look to see if this makes us happy.
You can see it bubble. You got a bit on the. So if,
Not a lip there.
yeah, like see the diffuse flow on the left.
Yeah.
That's going to be really hard to sample because the craft is on the other side of it. You know what I mean? Like if that's, you sort of want to get where you want to target to do the sampling on the closer to the craft, so you're not reaching across yourself.
Yeah. I think they said they want it at the base of the colonization
there.
chambers.
Okay, sure.
Is that correct, Sean? You want at the base of the colonization chambers, or do you want this diffuse flow that's right beneath our bumper?
So Amy's actually going to direct where she wants the fluid taken.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty explicit in the dive plan at the base. So let's just kind of start at the base there. There should be a little bit of shimmer in between the 3 and the 2,
Okay.
maybe. in that area, or just in front of 3.
Okay, so you want 3 and 2 sampling over there.
Somewhere close to 3, yeah. Probably.
Roger.
And then what do you want to use to measure the temperature? Do you want R1? Do you want the
That's where I was
IGT?
asking.
Oh,
if-
Yeah, we're going to pull
Herc.
out the IGT anyway.
We
so
need, it
I'll
says
just
Herc
use
in
that.
Oh, it says
the,
Herc? Okay. If it says Herc,
in the
we'll use
dive
Herc.
plan.
All right.
Oh, we use Herc's temperature on.
I'm going to set up a little bit different here, guys, so just bear with me one moment.
Where do you see Herc, Amy? I'm
Is that
sorry.
right?
I read it as using the IGT.
I mean, I don't see any reason that we would need to pull
Yeah.
out the Herc wand,
That's
then
just-
stow it, and then pull out an
just
IGT
another
just to get the
step.
same temperature.
I
Yeah.
agree.
We should
Okay.
just, in my opinion, we should just use the IGT. It saves time, and it's going to respond a little bit faster because there's less thermal mass on it.
Yeah, and it does say that, you know, once the
Sorry.
steady temperature on the IGT ICL is achieved, then we can take the sample.
Okay.
Okay. Roger, thanks, guys. All right, let's just see how that steadies out a bit. All right.
So are we going to be able to get the IGT between the front porch and sort of between the front porch and 3 easily?
Looks like there's a bit of space. If you want, I can back up. Just
No, it's just
Yeah, it might be a little tight. It can, yeah, we could back up maybe just a bit. Might give you a few more options too if you're not finding
all right,
what you want to find.
Roger.
it looks like more of the shimmery flow is almost under the front porch than
Or
sort of right in front of 3. So we may, like Josh said, give a little options.
Okay. What do we try out there?
no lack in finding shimmer.
No.
Wow.
No, but we may be looking through it
Yeah,
as part of is what I was a little bit worried about.
yeah, I see what you mean.
Depth perception might be a bit off with all that going on.
Yeah, keep spinning your heading a little bit more.
A little more.
Turning port. So same spot and just turn to port a little bit.
Roger.
Yeah. Currently the IGT is sitting at about 8 degrees.
Alright, we can try that. You can always adjust if we need to as well.
Yeah. All right.
I'll do your bits for you.
Roger.
Jessica, which one do you think you're going to grab first? Just so I can set up my file.
I'll probably go for 2 first.
Okay.
And then, yeah, then do 1. That's all right with you? We'll
Yep.
want to do both in the same spot.
We do.
Correct.
I just had to set up the file, and it's easier to set it up now.
Roger, that's fair. This might just take a hot second for me to get the IGT lined up, the jaws, if I remember correctly.
I can do your camera for it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So Jessica, our Hercules pilot, is controlling that craft predator manipulator arm directly. She has a scale model of it on the desktop in front of her. Every movement she makes with that is mirrored on the seafloor. And then each of those isobaric gas tights, IGTs, has a T-shaped grip mounted on it that is makes it easy for the predator to get a good grip.
Looks good.
All right.
I'm just going to pound down for you a little bit, just make sure you see the...
The schnozzle.
Yeah, we'll just keep
All right.
an eye on it as you can go down.
All right.
Can we open the iris a bit just to get a bit more light?
Yeah.
That's it. Good. Yeah, up a little more and then start to swing. Nice. Yeah, just gently with that. Just keep an eye on the... Oh, watch your... yeah. Oh no, sorry, you're good. Just bring your arm down. Just want to stay, make sure you stay out of the bar.
Roger.
Oop, sorry.
You're good. All right, Sean. So
Okay, right now we're at about 2 degrees C.
understood.
Four.
You may want to zoom a little bit too.
Yeah, video. Can you come in a bit?
Try to find you on bubble as well. It's not going to really give you much there though.
2. Yeah, we're looking through the shimmer, so it's going to be really challenging to see that snorkel. 15, 16, 17.
So we do have an eye on a bubble where you're not seeing through the shimmer.
Oh, okay.
See up on this screen up here?
Okay, yep. 21, 22, it's climbing.
Yeah, I can see the nozzle in the substrate now.
Yeah, it's in the worms a little bit.
23. Let's just leave it here for a minute or so. The temperature's climbing and we'll see where it settles out.
Roger. Holding.
Are you happy with this spot, Amy?
Yeah, I can't stick my wand down in there.
Okay, so do you, if you want to pull it out to get samples that are more similar, that's, you tell me.
Okay.
We're at about 24.4 degrees, quite stable. Yeah, about 24.5 degrees.
Okay.
Do you see in bubble cam, there's like a little hole right now to the left
Yeah,
of
we
the
might
third
try that
chamber?
one.
Is that you could get probably your super wand into?
Yeah.
Do you want to try that
Yeah,
one?
let's try
Amy?
that
okay,
one.
that's fine.
Okay.
See what we get.
So I'm clear to move from this spot. Sean and Amy, I'm clear to move.
Yes.
Roger.
Yeah, that might be a better spot. I don't want
Come up a little higher.
to have it too much in the wand when have the wand too much in the worms when we sample.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes it's heavy, like the IGT is pretty heavy, so it keeps like, it might droop to your yaw or whatever a little bit, so sometimes you gotta stay on top of that one. You just have to be
Can I
careful
zoom out
of
a
the,
Yeah, you're
The top.
just be careful of the experiment there.
Roger.
4 degrees.
Actually, do you mind keeping that experiment in view?
Sure.
4.7 degrees.
Can zoom in a little bit too. There you go.
Temperature's dropping. 3, now it's climbing. 11, 17, 19, 26. It's going up pretty quick,
Just
so
lock
if you're
off
stable
there.
there, hold there.
Yeah, I'm frozen.
Temperature's dropping now, 20 degrees.
Roger.
So come back out a little bit.
18, 17, 19, 20,
Yeah, hold there.
19, 18,
Frozen.
16, 15, 14. So I think we've come out of it.
Roger, I'll go back a little
Yep,
bit.
10 degrees. 12, 15, 20, 24,
Frozen.
26, 25, 23, 22, 21, 19, 16.
Does
So-
this seem like a contender to you guys, or
Well, we had a higher temperature.
other site?
Well, when you say frozen, the temperature actually seems to drop after that.
Yeah, the yaw seems to be just drooping a wee
Little
bit.
Yeah, it might. The IGT might be moving. It's like Josh
Yeah.
said, it's quite heavy. We're at 13.
So see your wrist is turning.
Yeah, starting to creep.
'Cause
Yeah,
once
so
I
you-
hit sample, there's no going back. So we want to make sure we're really stable and the wrist doesn't
So
move.
turn your wrist back on top, so it's not on the side of it. It's like the weight is, yeah. So put it right on top. Keep going. You can pull it up and totally reset if you want. Yeah, keep rotating your jaw. Yeah. Okay. Try that. Of course, we're hiding the hole.
When I guesstimate that that's there.
Well, we can use the temperature to guide us.
Yeah.
How's
4
that feeling?
degrees.
Should I zoom in a bit?
Go down. Yeah, you could try zoom in, but we're just gonna be looking through the shimmer. But
3. We might be
Guys-
quite close to that colonizer.
Yeah.
Can you look up a little bit on bubble cam, Josh?
Sure.
So I can see the top of that colonizer.
88, 80,
Oh my God.
69, 50, wherever, 37, 32, 29, 25. We hit some pretty warm seawater there.
All right, I'm gonna.
Well, vent water, I should say.
I'm going down a little bit.
Okay.
Can't really see it too much.
No.
Try
8 degrees.
8. What?
Yeah, I'm not sure we can see where the... If we were
Yeah.
that warm, the wand might be 140, 160,
That's nice.
might be
170.
buried in there.
I think the snorkel's a bit deep in the...
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah.
Coming out a bit. All right.
45, 38, 34.
I pulled out a bit, so I think we're out of that sediment.
We're down at about 30, 27, 23, 21, 14.
You can kind of see through the Picasso painting that you can kind of see where the bend of that snorkel is.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty much out of that sediment.
Just
Right.
to the left of the
But
lasers.
yeah, now we're down in 8-degree water, so we're not...
Roger.
We're 4 degrees.
Yeah, I went out a little bit there. Oh, that's nice. Cleared up. Try again.
Currents. 6, 5, 6. Still at 6, 5. 5.
I think I see some flow here.
Yeah, you can sort of see that hose clamp on the end of the snorkel is about 1.5 centimeters or 2 centimeters away from the tip,
Yeah.
to give you some sort of guide as to where the tip of the snorkel is.
Yeah, I see some flow here.
Yep, you found it. It's 57 degrees.
Roger.
51. So from right, yep, 28, 25. Right. So Amy, since this fluid has, the coming out we're seeing is in the 50s, that's what the temperature is down there, should we move off? Or do you want to dilute the sample by raising it up to get more seawater involved? I mean, it's not going to be representative of what the fluid is coming out. Or do you want to move over a little bit and try somewhere else?
I suppose we could try somewhere else.
We're at 10 degrees right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very stable.
Well, it's stable if we put it down in there, but we're getting
Yeah.
up to 150 degrees, which is not what you want.
Too hot.
Okay. So, Amy, where do you prefer that we go look?
Let's come wide, please.
Oh, wow. That's...
What's the ideal temperature for Amy to sample at?
It's
I know the
20 to
dive
40,
Like
right?
20 to 50.
Yeah.
So we measured 38, right, when we put the colonizers down?
Yeah.
So ideally, the ideal temperature, I think, is 38.
38. Okay.
Oh, maybe we're too close to all of the slightly more focused flow on the left, and maybe if we looked a little bit right of where
Roger.
we're measuring.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'd put
like in
Amy,
between 2 and 3, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe video, you want to look in? You want to push in a little bit, please?
Yeah, it's going to go into 3. There we go. There-ish.
Yeah, that's good. Just trying to see.
So do we need to look for something that's... We need to look for something we can get the wand.
Here, I'll
Right.
zoom out a bit so you
Into,
can
right?
see.
Yeah.
So not only do we need shimmer, but we need sort of an opening.
Source.
Right.
How
We have
about
diffuse flow that's a constant temperature at 38. My feeling is that that would be acceptable. It doesn't necessarily need to be a focused vent.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think those are almost opposing ideas at this point, but
Yeah.
there's it looks, if you guys can see, there is a little bit of twine, not twine, but it
Yep.
looks like twine.
Uh-huh.
Hemp line, I guess. And then if you look a little bit straight, there's a yellow blob. It looks like a lot of this flow is radiating from that general area. Do you want me to start probing over there?
Yeah, sure. We can try and see what we get.
Okay.
I'll zoom out a bit so
Video
you can see
coming.
where the
Yeah.
arm is.
Yeah, that'd be great. That should be good there. Thank you. Just check the go. It's like a giant flashlight. Thanks, Josh.
is it okay to pull like that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's just rubber bands that are attaching it to the
Perfect.
basket.
Yeah, the rubber bands should be the weakest link in this.
All right, video.
Yep.
Push in. That's good. Hold that.
3 degrees.
3.
Yeah.
7, 10, 11, 13, 15.
It looks like there's some concentrated flow here, right?
Yeah.
15, 16, 15, 13, 12, 10, 14, 17, 19, 20. Just gonna hold there for,
Yeah.
nope, dropping
Yeah.
down, 20, 18, 16, 15, yeah, we're dropping, so we need to move the snorkel to get a little bit more,
A little more action.
a little more temperature there. 13, 11, 9. Okay, we definitely moved out of it. I would say more to your port.
Yeah.
7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12,
I'm gonna go down.
13, 11, 7.
How about, can it be behind too? There's
Yes.
maybe some, just don't want to hit your experiments.
Yeah, don't make it too hard, because remember, we're going to get the big wand in there and hold it there for a long time, so don't start
That's a good point.
going in behind stuff. Oops, sorry.
How about more in front of that spot you just tested?
A little bit more?
To the bottom right of where you are. There's a little bit of rock exposed, maybe.
Down over here. Excuse me, worm.
Just, yeah, just real slow.
Or maybe it's just shadows.
4, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, 5. I think we're looking through flow there.
Yeah,
There's
come
not really
closer.
changing much more than
Okay.
5.
Come closer.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we want
You wanna
Jessica
go
to
with the,
try to reposition a little bit to
Yeah.
get over to the right side a little more? Is that, do you think that's the, I don't know if you guys remember where you measured
Well,
the 38 or?
What on this area down, like closer?
Yeah,
in
what
here?
it,
Well, I feel like
when-
38 was measured like right under 2.
yeah, it was
Okay.
all in that area where they are now.
We stopped it up.
There was, I think the 38 was probably closer to that chimney.
Okay, so you think looking to this right is a little too far from the,
We're in 3 degree, 2 degree water right now.
Yeah.
I think we're looking through it.
have
right
we been
there.
able to try right in the middle of all of them? Like it's just under 1?
Just under 1?
Yeah, I picked that because I could see it in bubble cam. I don't know if there's if it's
That-
an easy
That-
enough spot to reach.
Yeah, I don't want to go in between the experiments like that.
Okay.
Because it's going to be too hard
Yeah.
to hold the wand there.
I mean, we can reposition the vehicle if there's another angle that's easier to get to some additional
Was there
spots.
is there any flow right in front of 3?
go right
just
there.
sort of
See where the worm is?
about
Yeah.
15
Yeah, right there.
centimeters to your left. But 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 14, 14 and a half, pretty steady.
All right. Oh, jeez. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, try right about there maybe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, maybe not.
Still going down.
5.
Yeah, I just pulled it out right now.
You're moving a little bit
yeah,
too right
I'm
now.
starting to move. Video, can you come wide a bit, please?
Yep.
Looks like it's stabilized.
Do you think you can get up near 5?
There's a chimney that's right next to ideal parking position.
Okay.
We can try changing our heading and seeing if we get it, you know, do a little rotation to the right, or do a rotation to the left. Depends on which seems more ideal for you guys. So if we look off to the left, would you rather look more over to the left or more over to the right? Because we can change our heading a little bit while staying in this current position.
Okay.
The heading of the vehicle.
I think a good spot would be somewhere around that, between that chimney and 5, closer to 5.
Okay. All right. Let me just
There,
move
why
out of
don't
the
you
way.
hold the arm up just to keep it so you're in control of it. And then I'll
Roger.
just give this for 1 second.
Sure.
So for those of you watching on Nautilus Live and may have joined us just recently, we are at the Seacliff hydrothermal vent site, 2.7 kilometers under the ocean. We are currently using Hercules to investigate the temperature of the flow coming out of this particular portion of the vent site. The orange cones you can see in front of us are microbial growth experiments placed yesterday. And what you can see in the
So I
manipulator
can't
arm,
really go that way because the clip is there, so I can't come around that side.
in the manipulator arm, the Hercules is holding an isobaric gas tight measurement device, and that has a temperature probe on the end of it, and those numbers you can hear being called out occasionally are the temperature of the flow we're measuring as we place that into the areas of diffuse flow coming out of the site. And we're really looking for something in the 20 to 50 degrees Celsius range.
So I can't really park the vehicle
Okay.
around that side because it's up against the wall sideways.
Okay.
But I mean, we can We know we had some decent water. Corner 3, we just couldn't really see very well.
Yeah.
So maybe we could see if we can get a better view of it from around this side.
Yeah, I don't know how close up you need to be, but I mean the area that's just in view by that yellow loop of ERP now.
We've got plenty
Yeah.
of reach with the
Yeah.
arms, so even if we're back a bit, we can poke around a lot more. It'll give us a lot more options.
Yeah, this seems like a good.
So what about this? We might be able to see a bit better if I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
We got the wands in.
Kind of getting close to the colonizers.
Yeah.
In particular, the IGT, the isobaric gas tight, that's a single-use device. Once Sean activates it, it takes about 2 minutes to fill with vent fluid, and there's no going back, so that's why we're being particularly careful about exactly what region of this diffuse flow we're putting it into.
Can we zoom in there, please?
Sure thing.
Oh, this is
Oh.
going away.
Oh.
Just come wide, please.
Wide.
Come wide. All right. Go ahead and push in again. I'll keep it wide.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's somewhere where that tube worm is, maybe?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, let's start poking
Okay,
around
try.
and just seeing
Start
what we can
poking
see
there.
for temperature.
Sure. Okay, come wide
Right,
a bit
come-
more, please.
Yep.
It's hard to control the arm when you can't see it all that well, so come wider, a little wider. There, and then we'll ask to push right in when we want to. So about like right in front there.
This one in here.
Yeah. Get bubble cam on there.
Four.
All right, come in a little bit. Video.
Coming in.
Push in.
That's good.
4. 14, 18, 21, 22, 21, 20, 19, 21, 20.
Sean, you're not on SPL.
Yeah. Come a little closer to us.
Sound like there was like a mic issue.
Oh,
rather
really?
Am I on now?
Ooh,
Yeah,
150.
it was just the
That's
location of the mic, I think.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
All
There
right,
you
what
go.
are we at here, Sean?
122.
That's
All right.
Sorry, I was putting on my super hot water finding. I think somewhere maybe on the periphery, like these little holes that you can see.
Yeah.
36, 32.
Yeah, hold there.
No, 16. I mean,
So you have to try and really, when he's calling out those thirds, you got to hold it super still. Don't move.
18, 19, 20, 21,
Yeah, so don't move.
22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 25, 24, 23,
Let's go down here.
20, 18, 18, 17, 15, 13, 12, 15, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 24, 29, 33, 36, 37, 39, 40, 39, 36, 34, 32, 38, 40, 44, 46, 43.
That seems like a good spot, do you think?
It's a little hot, but I mean,
What temperature? Sorry, what temperature after again?
We're at about 36, but it's very variable. So
Yeah,
I
I
think
know,
there's a
like
lot of wafting going around.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you
I
can
don't
see
think
the
we're gonna
currents.
get I don't think you're gonna get a super constant temperature
Yeah.
out of this type of.
You said your upper
diffuse
bound
flow.
was 50, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at
right.
about 38. Are you pretty stable, not going to have the jaw rotate?
I'm frozen currently. The weight is above the jaw.
Yeah, it looks pretty stable.
Yeah, we're it's 20 now to 24. It bounced up to 50,
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, but we didn't move, right?
No, I know.
Like,
It's
so
you can see the
like-
currents
Yeah.
Yeah.
rushing around. Amy, this is your call. You tell me.
I say let's go for it.
All right, if you're stable, we're gonna, it's about 37 degrees at the start. I am gonna hit sample. There we go.
How long does this take to sample?
It takes about 2 minutes. If you look where the right laser is, you can probably see a coupling turning, I hope.
Yep, I can see that.
That's letting us know that the valve, the motor is turning and the valve is opening.
Okay.
Temperature steady between 30 and 37.
Yep. And then it'll stop and we allow it for 2 minutes for all the fluid to go into the titanium sample chamber. About 38 right now, 37, 36. Temperature's relatively stable considering what we've been seeing with the wafting around.
Roger.
Temperature does have a tendency to drop during sampling a little bit for some reason, which we just saw. It's at about 25 degrees, 27 now. As long as we're sure we didn't move. Nothing we can do about it if we did. Once I start the sampling process, it's
Roger.
it's a prescribed script. So it just goes.
Okay.
During sampling, it's a high of 39 degrees so far, so it's right within the range you're looking for.
What's the volume of the chamber, Sean?
It's about 150 milliliters.
Okay.
There's a delicate balance between size, weight, pressure rating.
So just to confirm, this is IGT2, right?
Correct,
Correct.
IGT2.
If you look on the quad, you can see SAT3 has Herc bubble cam, just a different view of the sampler doing its thing.
We're about 32 degrees right now, so still within a pretty good range. You should be able to see that coupling moving again because the gas tight is now closing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's usually a nice extra visual to have to just give you, because the only feedback we get is motor current, which is usually very good, but it's always nice to have a visual confirmation that you are opening and closing. We don't always get that with black smokers. Sometimes the gas tight is sitting right in the black smoker and we can't see it at all. So finish, but don't stow it yet. I'm just going to give it another little bump of a close to be sure that it is closed.
Roger. Let me know. It's on your call.
Yep. All right, it is closed. You can go ahead and stow it. Burn that image in your mind so we can repeat that.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys need a screen grab or anything? You guys already have those? of the
Yeah,
site?
I think we're all set.
Video, can you come wide?
Yep.
All right, great. Good job. Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, that was a good sample.
Yeah.
Roger.
Temperature stayed very constant throughout the sampling. Max temperature of what I saw is about 39 degrees. I'll have to go back and verify that because I didn't see every single reading that came through, but it looked like at about 39 degrees.
Nope.
So I don't coil the.
You don't want to. Are you going to come in and is that the way you flipped it around before?
No, I came this way before.
Yeah, go the same way you came. Yeah.
For those of you watching on Nautilus Live, you can breathe again now.
So careful the bottom. Come up. Bring it in tighter. Yeah, there you go. So it's all about your yaw and pitch angle.
Are you able to follow me on bubble there?
Yeah. Well, I know, but it's going to be backwards, but I can follow you.
Roger.
It's hard.
So Amy, just before we deploy the super, could you remind me what super stands for?
Okay, a little bit of yaw to the right.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, John, I'm not sure she can actually hear you.
Oh yeah, you're listening to SPL, Amy?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was just wondering if you could just remind me quickly what super stands for.
So you need to, what you need to do right now is
Suspended
pick it up and
particulate
yaw to the
rosette
right.
sampler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
how it's lying
Thanks,
in there
Megan.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, just let it go.
I've written that out many
Just let
times.
it go.
Good job, Megan.
So you're pushing down there to see where the arm moves.
Too many
Yeah.
acronyms, right?
So
Oh, yeah.
when you're doing that, you're pushing into the cage.
Just love tags
Yeah,
here.
You need to come up and then rotate it, and then just you can just
Let it go.
and it goes like so. I think it's all happy, and if you get your arm out of the way, you might be able to see. Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
That's it. It's home.
Do you guys want a second sample? Is that correct?
Yep, IGT2,
Correct.
or well,
One.
which is number
IGT
one.
IGT1.
Yeah,
Just to be clear.
IGT1 for the second sample.
Thank
We always take 2 samples in the same spot. I didn't do that once and I regretted it.
Just gonna make sure we're racked all the way.
Turned out to be a very important sample.
Roger.
Did it not take, or you just needed the replicate and you didn't
Just
have
we
it?
really wanted the replicate. We made the decision to go to a slightly different place because we were in a pretty serious time crunch for some work we were doing, and regretted it. It also helps us to get some better mixing lines, duplicate, to make sure that it's a real thing. Because if you see something that
It's
you
totally
didn't
anomalous.
expect
Yeah.
and totally anomalous, is it really anomalous or is
Yeah,
it real?
there it
It's
goes.
Exactly.
it's just always good to have that
A little
extra
more down.
insurance
Yeah, I
that
got it.
yes, we can actually pull this off again. That's what we do in science, right? We replicate
quite.
everything to make sure it's real.
Mhm.
And then sometimes again because we just want to be triply sure.
Try rotating your jaw a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
Too far.
So
Follow
just
my
a quick zoom out for you guys on Nautilus Live. We are currently sampling vent fluid at the Seacliff hydrothermal vent site. We're about 2.7 kilometers under the ocean at the Gorda Ridge tectonic plate boundary. Right in front of us you can see the Hercules manipulator arm getting out another IGT, isobaric gas tight. This is a device for sampling the vent fluid. Just in the background on the tube worm colonies among the diffuse flow coming out of this vent.
You had a good angle, and I think you changed it, and now it's off.
Yeah.
So you need to pitch up a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Just in the background you can see the orange cones that are microbial growth experiments we placed yesterday. And we'll be hanging out here for a while as we take these samples. As to where we are on planet Earth, we're currently about 300 kilometers off the west coast of the United States and the eastern Pacific Ocean.
You need to,
I need to rotate.
maybe, but you're not quite on the right angle. Yeah, try that. Sometimes if you close fast, it like finds itself too. Oh yeah, yep, there it is. Okay, now memorize that. Memorize all those angles right there. Seriously, I'm not joking.
Yeah,
That's exactly how it goes back in with all those angles actually the same, right? So if I go right, look up. Okay, so you're like a little bit shoulder down, a little bit pitch up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Burned in memory.
Yeah, so now you got to watch the tip. It's back in here, down in, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that. There you go, yeah.
All right, coming out.
So you're gonna come up. And a lot of wrist, like,
Just follow that swing.
yeah, so swing, and then rotate it, so it gets it out of the way. Yeah, Okay, wait, there you go. Now watch your tip, up and over, pan up a little bit. Nice. Okay, I'll just watch those loops as they break away.
Roger. All right, so we go to the same spot again. There, Sean.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
All right, so we're gonna, video, can you push in a little bit?
Yep.
I'm gonna rack out a little bit too.
Yeah,
I'll wait for you to do that and then.
right by that worm.
Yeah.
Right now we're sitting at about 10.
Roger.
12, 15, 26, 41, 48, 55, 56, 53, 50, 46, 40, 39, 36,
So let's lock it up there and just wait.
36,
I'll move it for a little while.
35, 37, 36. This looks pretty good. Let's just give it a minute, make sure we're happy with this, but are you locked in a good spot?
Currently locked, yes.
Okay. Now we're dropping off to 22.
Yeah, of course.
All right. How about there?
22, 21, 20,
I think
19.
I think you're a little more to the left.
Right here.
22, 26, 32, 44, 58, 66, 76, 80, 84,
Let's come up a little bit.
101,
Up there.
10, 95, 80, 69, 61, 54, 48, 44, 39, 37, 36, 34,
that's the spot.
32, 30, 29, 28, 27,
Micro down, like just micro movement down.
22, 21, 19,
How about there?
16, 14,
So much for micro movements, guys. All right, try that.
13,
Oh,
12, 13, 14, 15, 14, 25, 36, 55, 77, 96, 111.
jeez Louise.
I think it's a little to the left.
Yeah, it was.
A little
I
more
think
left?
you're like, look on bubble. You're like right in there.
I was there before.
Yeah.
53, 49, 44, 39, 34, 30, 27, 22, 18, 16, 14, 15, 17, 20, 22, 23, 22, 23. Solid 23, but we need to poke a little more.
Roger.
25, 29, 32, 36, 41, 46, 51, 45, 42, 37,
It's like playing bingo.
29.
So I think you want to. I think you're gonna need to rotate.
Yeah.
Because it's starting. You're starting to.
Starting to droop.
Yeah, I got to get it on top more.
Roger.
30, 25, 22, 25, 26, 28, 29, 28, 27, 25, 26, 26, 25, 20, 19, 20, 22, 23, very solid 23, 24, 27, 31, 25, 37, 45, 48, 43, 40, 35, 27, 22, 18, 24, 27, 32, 32. If we can hold this, oh, I should keep my mouth shut. 25. I mean, this is in the range we need. If we can get a solid temperature in the upper 20s, I'm more than happy to take that. It'll give us some good mixing lines.
Okay.
36, 37.
I'm frozen right now on this one, so we'll see if that
Yeah,
goes.
we're climbing up, so let me just give it a second.
Roger.
Yeah, we're still increasing. We're at 50.
Roger, I'll find a new spot.
Now it's coming back.
That was super close to where you were. Just
Yeah.
40,
matter of
The
millimeters.
framing of the worms under the
33,
little
32,
probe is very similar.
38, 41, 43, 45,
Come up just a little bit.
34, 35, 34, 35, 36, 34, 33,
Hit it.
36. All right, how are you? Well, now, see, every time now we're down 26.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
That's, I mean, they didn't move at all.
No,
right?
I know. I mean, most of this
just
is
wait
currents.
for it a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
What
We're
do we
at
read?
we're at
Come
about
back up.
33. It's pretty wafty. Now we're up at 43.
So you want a spot that's more consistent in measurement?
Yeah,
gonna be
consistency in
tough.
measurement is important because once I start the sample, I can't stop it.
Okay.
So if we do go up to 40 in the upper 40s, then it might not be what they're looking for. I'd rather have a lower temperature that's stable in the upper 20s than a higher temperature that's wafty.
Okay. So this one's still in the 40s and increasing?
Well, it's less stable, so I think we're going to get a lower quality sample if I sample here, because we could be getting 42 degree fluid, or we could be getting 29 degree fluid.
How about we try this guy?
31, 32, 35, 37, 36, 37, 44, 50,
Gross.
54,
Can we still bubble?
63. Whoa. Still 53, 46, 34, 31, 27, 20, 19, 14, 15.
That one's a solid at 15.
Pretty solid at 15.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, video, you want to come in a little bit on Herc, please? A little more. That's good. Thank you.
14,
Let's try back here.
18, 19, 18, 17, oh, is this better? Okay, maybe it wasn't. Ah, yeah, it could have been.
So
I'm trying to keep it close enough that you can hear me, but not so close enough that I eat it.
what are we reading now?
19,
How about now?
20,
20 and climbing or 20 and stable?
climbing very slowly, 22, 23, 22.